Hello.
Hello, Frank. How are you?
Hello.
Good morning from here in Nashville. Where are we?
We decided.
He said, where am I?
Gino and I have decided we're English now since we're talking to you from Anthrax. Wonderful.
All right, you can do that. It's all right, no worries.
We were singing, we had a little song for you right there. I was singing, I'm the luckiest boy in the whole wide world. I get to talk to Frank from Anthrax. He's a bass player. It's good.
Do you want a job, dude? You come over here right now.
That is all. Now, look, that is almost how you got your job, right? I mean, you initially were laying duct tape and moving big trunks and being bossed around by guitar players and stuff, right? Didn't you start out before playing bass for Anthrax? You were a roadie, right?
Somebody's been Googling some stuff. Yeah.
Well, you know, we don't really do the research.
I mean, I was looking at your MySpace, but you haven't updated in a long time. So
I know, dude. That was about 30-something years ago, but yeah.
We looked up your ESP bases. That was pretty cool. We did a little bit of work there. I mean,
thank you for that.
Was,
on sale now. Go to ESP.com, Frank Bello Bass. Yeah.
There you go. So getting your own, but that is, I mean, your beginnings were humble. You weren't just born a rock star, right? I mean,
dude, yeah, I'm still humble. There's no money in music anymore, but it is.
That's got to be tough for you guys because so many people downloading so much music, and does it just feel like sands of dollar bills just running through your fingers sometimes?
Well, that the reason why we have to stay on the road for so long is because there's nobody sells records anymore because the illegal downloading is tough on everybody. Look, the bottom line is we took 3 years to write this new record. And it's not as easy as everybody thinks.
Yeah.
That's 3 years out of our lives. And when people just illegally download stuff, nobody makes any money anywhere. The record companies, the crew, nobody does. So it all trickles down. So it's rough. But that said, I'm not gonna preach. It is what it is, and we're big boys. And so we stay on the road and we do that. We do our thing. So
that's sort of the new life is, I mean, bands like yours that are constantly producing music, you have to stay on the road. And it's not really just, look, I mean, I know you guys love your fans. You want to go out and see and play the music and whatnot, but it becomes more of this is a need.
Yeah, if you're losing one source of income, you got to fill it in.
You have no choice. It is what it is now. If you look now how many bands are actually on the road, there's so much traffic going on where it never used to be like that. Yes, there is a lot more bands on the road, but man, there's no choice because you have to promote your stuff and you really have to just make a living, and that's just the way it is.
Now, when I've watched videos, because I did a little bit of research here, watching videos of you playing and the bass, and tell you the truth, I've been doing radio for almost 30 years, and your band is one of those bands that is constantly in the peripheral of some of the garbage that has to be played on the radio across the country. What is it like to be a real rock band and then witness some of the, let's say, the pacification that has happened with some of the music?
You know what it is? After a while, you've been around for so long, and you see the cycles of all this music stuff.
Yeah.
And all you can do is just be yourself and try to cut through the garbage, really.
Yeah.
That's really all you can do because there's so much stuff that's trying to be something that's not really original. It's funny. I just laugh at it now. I said, wow, that was done in this year, and they're trying this thing. And I guess it's just one big business thing. And as long I think we're just true to ourselves. So, I mean, that's why we're still around for all these years.
What bands do you consider real rock bands that are out there right now? I mean, what bands do you look at? And not even newer bands. Like when you look at bands, do you go, okay, now that's a real rock band right there?
I still say, man, like a band like the Foo Fighters with Dave Grohl.
Which is just constant talent right there. I mean, that's just all talent right there, right?
He writes songs, man. He writes songs, and that's why he plays stadiums at this point. And I think people see that. And that's a rare thing nowadays. I just think, the bands that I like, the bands that are still, I still listen to, I still listen to Zeppelin, dude.
Yeah.
You can't, nobody's writing those kind of songs. For God's sake, we're losing all the greatest songwriters. I mean, Glenn Frey the other day, David Bowie, I mean, Lemmy, all these great icons that we've all grown up with. Songwriters, where's that next batch coming from? That's what scares me.
That's what I look at, is that kind of music doesn't isn't being written anymore. I mean, when I watch David Bowie from an old clip from Saturday Night Live singing, "The Man Who Sold the World," I go, okay, although crazy and weird, where does this exist anymore? And it just doesn't.
It doesn't, man, and that's a scary fact. And thank God they left the recordings for us. But man, I hope one of these younger generations listen to some of that great stuff and gets inspired to do their own thing, like these people did.
Now, in a band like Anthrax, to people, because like when I ask the question, I say, "Hey, what are your favorite bands out there that are doing it right?" And then you answer me with the Foo Fighters. I'm sure like half the audience went, "Oh, he's going to say like Metallica or Megadeth, or he's going to throw some really tough stuff out there. He's doing some old Misfits, maybe."
That's great.
Yeah. But, I mean, when you look at pure talent in a band, you got to, like you said, Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters, that whole thing. I mean, that's just insane. Do you have favorite bass players of your own besides, like, the ones that made you want to rock?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I still do to this day. I mean, look, again, Lemmy just passed. Rest of his soul. Lemmy from Motorhead.
Yeah.
Of course, Steve Harris from Iron Maiden. Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath. And if you guys know Geddy Lee, of course, from Rush.
Now, by now, you've had to have crossed paths with Tom Morello at some point, right?
Absolutely, great dude.
When you have favorite guitar players, favorite bass players, favorite band people, do you guys always get along when y'all are around and talk shop, or is it like anything else? You smile to a guy's face, and you walk away and go, "Oh, that guy right there that guy can't."
No,
play.
because if you're cool, you're cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tom's a great dude, and you talk shop. We're on the road. We're like we're road warriors.
Yeah.
So I think you talk that. You talk family. You know what happens with this dude? You know what happens after all this time? People start to talk about family immediately. Your kids and all that stuff, because that's the other side of this life.
How long are you away from home when you guys go on your travels?
Well, we just finished 7 weeks straight in Europe with a band called Slayer. So we toured with them for 7 straight weeks, and that's tough.
Yeah. I bet you it seems like even longer when you're overseas, right?
Totally, yeah. And, all the fun stuff that's happened over there recently, I'm not even going to get into that, but that was kind of tough for the shows and stuff.
Well, yeah, it's got to make it more, people even just trying to plan basic vacations right now have to rethink their plans. You used to be able to go to really cool places in this world, and it feels sad because the world's getting smaller because it's just not safe to go to some places.
It's really, and you got to remember we're Americans, and that's a completely different game now to travel abroad. Therefore, you got to keep your eye out, but we're all big boys, especially being a New York band. I live in New York, so I'm really used to, keeping my eyes open for everything. And it is what it is, but you know what? You got to live your life. You really do. And you can't think that way. You just have to, be aware and live your life, because you can't make them win, period.
Very cool. See, Gino, this man's a trophy. He's an even bigger trophy now.
Yes, sir.
He's a bigger trophy now.
Pretty good 9 in the morning, dude.
I like it. Anytime that I can have a rock star go, "Oh, yeah, you guys are weird." that makes us.
I like it.
That makes us feel really good inside. Well, man, we look.
I'm gonna hang out with you guys.
Apparently you have to. I don't know if they told you this. But, together with Lamb of God, we're taking a bunch of listeners backstage to meet you guys. So definitely we'll be there. It'll be nice to meet you in person and take some pictures and all that good stuff. And
dude, this is a good time.
We've been playing Anthrax this morning on and off throughout the day and giving away tickets and whatnot to the show. So we'll give away some right now to caller number 10 at 560-5101. We're going to let you meet this guy right here. We're going to let you meet
this guy.
So I have to say my shameless plug, February 26th. Our new record comes out, For All Kings. Please go out and purchase it. I hope you do. We have a new single called Breathing Lightning out, so thank you guys for the big-time support.
Fantastic, man. Love playing your music, and we look forward to meeting you with our listeners and your fans. And when is this? This is coming up here on February the 6th. You're going to be here at Concrete Street Amphitheater, so we look forward to seeing you then.
Same here, man. Thank you so much for the time.
Frank, fantastic talking to you. We'll talk to you soon.
Be well, boys.
Beautiful. 2 Guys in the Morning on C101. We're going to play you some Anthrax for you right now. I mean, why not? Let me see. Which one did I play earlier?
Antisocial earlier.
We're going to play I Am the Man. 2 Guys in the Morning. Anthrax. Thanks, Frank.